So this is my first video that I'm putting up. With 100 days to go until the election. 100 days until the election. Probably the most important election of our life. We keep saying that, but this time it truly is. The dynamic has changed over the course of the last week. We've seen Vice President Harris take over the reins from Joe stepping down. And just kudos to Joe. First of all, Joe Biden, a true American, a true patriotic American. What this man has done in 4 years, 3.5 years of his presidency is unmatched in history. And just to have the will to make the decision that he made, putting his ego aside, putting everything aside, you know that fool on the other side would have never done anything remotely like that. So kudos to him. But since Vice President Harris stepped into the forefront, she's raised $200 million over the course of the last 1 week only. 170,000 volunteers have signed up. I am one of them. The excitement in the party, in the country in general, is palpable. You have the youth probably more excited than they've been since the youth were in 2008. And you have the other side running scared shitless. Bottom line is they don't even know what to do with it. But I tell you what they are doing, and what they're definitely going to do, and what they're going to continue to do, is the racism is going to be off the charts, y'all. I'm telling you right now, the racism, the misogyny, the vulgarities, it is about to be off the charts. As you start to see that money roll and that excitement roll on the Democratic side, you're going to see Lucifer. You heard me call him Lucifer a lot, or the previous occupant. I would never call that fool president, because he will never be president again. But they're about to ratchet it up. Him and his friends from Fox News, that's FAUX News, are about to, and his sycophants and all of his crazies are about to ratchet this thing up, calling Kamala everything in the book that they possibly can do. As they see money rolling in, they see poll numbers changing, as they see the media starting to swing the other way, they are going to throw everything. The kitchen sink will be the least of our worries, the least, because they will come up with some stuff that you can't even begin to imagine. It will be. We should start keeping a list, a tracker of all of the crazy, and as the governor of Minnesota, weird things that they're going to put out there and say, and it's going to be so disgusting, and you won't even want to think about repeating them. But you just gotta. That's the level they're going to be. They're going to talk. That fool is never going to talk about policy. He's never going to talk about the economy. He's never going to talk about. He's going to talk about immigration, but let's not let them forget he killed the bipartisan immigration deal that Biden had with the Republican senators and the Republican Congress in general, until Trump phoned it in and said, "Nah, let that sit until I become president. Don't do anything about immigration." It was the most aggressive immigration policy in history. He killed it. So you can take that off the table. You can't talk about that. He gonna try to talk about crime. This is almost even laughable. He's gonna try to talk about crime. Dude, you are a convicted felon of 34 counts. You are a convicted criminal awaiting sentencing. She is a prosecutor. She is a district attorney. She is an attorney general. You have got to be kidding me. Boy, if that's not the pot calling the kettle black, and sorry for the pun. Oh my God, I don't know what is. Anyway, these next 100 days are going to be the fight of our lives. You better fight like we fought in 2008 for Barack Obama. This is good. This is racism's. I don't want to say it's racism's last hurrah, but it's their last best chance to really solidify and put in policy and put in judges and put in legislature. It's their last greatest chance to do it at the scale that Project 2025 is talking about. So we have got to educate people. We've got to donate. We've got to volunteer. We got to put in phone calls. We got to walk the street and knock on doors. We have got to get the youth involved. We got to get the elderly involved. We've got to get all spectrums involved, all races and creeds and colors and everything, disabilities, all abilities. We've got to get everybody involved, because this one here, the fool said on Friday night, the fool literally told a group of Christians, first of all, he said he was a Christian, which that was laughable to begin with, but then he told them, vote in this election. This is on tape. I'm not making this up. Go Google it. He said, vote in this election. You won't have to do it in 4 years. It's going to be fixed. We're going to make sure you don't have to do it anymore. When somebody tells you who they are, our ancestors told us this. When somebody tells you who they are, believe them the first time. Please believe them the first time. Kamala Harris can do this. She's going to need all of us for the next 100 days to bust our ass, to put in the work. It's not a coronation, it's not a crowning. We've got to put in the work to get this done. Because if we don't, we do not even want to know what this country is going to look like on January 20th, 2025. So let's do this. 100 days to go. Many more of these videos. It's my first one, so bear with me as I try to figure this whole thing out. I just couldn't be silent any longer, so this is part of my contribution. I'll be putting out some educational stuff in terms of some of the things that Joe and Kamala Harris accomplished over the course of the last 3.5 years within their administration. I'll be talking about Project 2025, which the fool is trying to distance himself from. I'll talk about some other things as well, but I'm excited, I'm pumped. Like we said in 2008, fired up, ready to go.